Blessed is the one who finds wisdom and the one who gets understanding. For the gain from her is better than the gain from silver, and her profit is better than gold. Be not wise in your own eyes. Fear the Lord and turn away from evil. Does not wisdom come? Does not understanding raise her voice on the heights beside the way? The fear of the Lord, the fear of the Lord, the fear of the Lord, fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. The fear of the Lord, fear of the Lord is the beginning of understanding. The fear of the Lord is understanding, understanding. Does not wisdom come? Does not understanding raise her voice on the heights beside the way? Does not wisdom come? Does not understanding raise her voice on the heights beside the way? Does not wisdom come? Does not understanding raise her voice on the heights beside the way?
Well, good Sunday afternoon to you all. I'm Brad. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I messed that up.
That's okay.
That was
I'm
very
Christa.
unprofessional of me.
That's okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey, everybody.
How's it going?
Welcome to Sunday.
Yes.
I'm Brad,
And I'm Christa.
and you're not. So, Big Family Homestead.
Some days I'm not either.
Here's the scoop. What it is I actually just kind of threw Mom for a loop last second. We had 5 seconds till go, and then I said something that was kind of with people we know.
It's like, huh?
Yeah. Oh, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
and then
thanks.
it threw us off.
And it's fine. It's not that it changes anything that affects us. It just, you
It was
know,
like, what?
it's one of those stories where you
What?
well, you know, that time when we went to the, you know, this store and got, you know, that stuff,
And those things.
and then that's it.
Well, there's a lot more to it. but
And that's why
it
we
was
can talk
kinda-
about it later.
Yeah. It was the wrong time for me to bring it up. But today is the right time for me to bring something up.
Today is a perfect day to bring something up.
I don't know about you guys, but I am about sick to death of people in power, leadership, organizations spending money on dividing people, saying you're in this group over here and you're in that group over here and you shouldn't like each other because this, and this. And I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you guys sick of that? Because
Sick of it.
if you don't notice it, you're probably not awake.
Right.
There's
If you think everything is hunky dory, then you're not. Then you're not awake yet.
there's a giant industry that makes a lot of money off of keeping people divided.
Yes.
And I think the biggest reason why now, so there was like the thesis, and we're going to come back around to it. By the way, since this is live, let your voice be heard. Type in your thoughts. Obviously, keep it clean. But that way you can be part of the conversation and hopefully part of the solution.
Yep. Yeah.
So there are gigantic organizations that make lots and lots and lots of money. They're funded very well, legal representation, all of that kind of stuff, that are completely designed at saying, well, your melanin count in your skin is the approved kind of melanin count. And we have to say it this way. I'm sorry. Just sorry in advance. Because otherwise, videos get blocked, which means ideas don't go out.
Right. Right.
Your melanin count is the wrong number, and yours is the right number. So we'll make sure that you get lots and lots and lots of money. And when your melanin count doesn't,
even though you're not qualified for that particular job.
Yeah, well, that too. College. There are colleges that say that if your melanin count is not the right kind of melanin count, well, then guess what? You don't get a scholarship, or you don't get a place.
Right. Even though that other person had, say a 4.25 GPA, and the other person 2.5 GPA, didn't matter.
Yeah. So, welcome to today. And I'm told that there's some kind of sporting event that's happening today. I'm fairly certain I will not be watching.
Is it pickleball?
Yes. There's a gigantic pickleball
competition.
It's a tournament. It's like a festival of champions.
Yeah.
They throw a pickle at a ball. Is what they do.
Throw a pickle at a ball. No, the pickle is the ball.
Then why do they call it a ball?
It's a pickle. It's a pickle
Why do they call
ball.
it ball? That'd be handball.
That would be a handball.
Handball.
Right.
Handball. So, air defense over Lake Michigan. That's interesting. Totally distracted. But the point is, we got a big pickleball thing going on today, and they run around and they have a ball. But what has traditionally been before the game, there is a particular song that's played. I think it's called, it's the national anthem.
Yes.
Well,
right.
Because the people who want to race bait and make money off of this melanin count or that melanin count, and you can't, no, you keep apart. There's now going to be, what was it called?
The song.
It was a poem.
Is called it. Yes, the lyrics were written by James.
Grab my phone there. I'll look it up real quick.
I deleted it already on my.
There's a new anthem that's happening before the national anthem. Yeah, new anthem. Oh, poo. Wrong.
That's not
wrong.
it.
There it is. Oh, it's. I don't even know if I can read it.
Just read the title of it. Title
This
of
is
this
the title
poem
of
that was
sporting-
written. It was written in 1899.
It is called a Black National Anthem, and it was a poem from 1899.
Yes.
Called "Lift Every Voice and Sing." Great.
Lift every voice.
Boy, but
and sing.
if you don't have the right melanin count, you're not in the club.
Right. This national anthem was adopted by the NAACP. I can't remember the date of it that it was adopted, but the person who wrote it, James Weldon, was married to a woman who was one of the executive secretaries of the NAACP.
Okay, so this you know what? I got to be honest. I read this entire poem, and I do not disagree with a single dang thing in here. There's a lot of God in here, so they're going to censor that. That is going to be gone.
Right.
They will not put that in there. But the thing is that if you just read this and you said, "Wow, that's really kind of like it's hopeful
Very
that there's
spiritual.
a bright future and we're guided by God."
Yes. Yeah.
Let every voice, lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise. High as the listening skies, let it resound aloud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of hope that brings the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun, our new day begun. Let us march on to victory. But then I'm going to skip a bunch because there's a bunch. God, of our weary years, God of our silent tears, thou who brought us thus far on the way, thou who has by thy might led us into the light, keep us forever in the path lest we pray. And it goes on. There's more God in the poem, and that is the poem that is, here's a word for you, being co-opted.
Yes.
It's being co-opted by one melanin count group saying mine, instead of what the poem really says, which is about everybody.
Yeah.
It's about everybody. It's about a bright hope for the future, but it was co-opted then, and it's going to be co-opted today. So, they're going to make a lot of money off of this division.
Only if it gets watched.
Just ask about the Reverend Jackson.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that make a lot of money off of who's the guy in that Mr. Deeds movie? Al Sharpton. He's one of them.
He was in that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah. It was pretty funny, actually. But here's the thing. It's pretty easy to see. You know, when you can look and see that Asian American kids who are rocking their scores going into the college application system, and they're being told, I'm sorry, you don't even get a place, let alone a scholarship at this school, because somebody of another melanin count who did not do as well as you, not even close, they get the spot and the scholarship.
Right. That is infuriating.
That's
to me.
called racism.
Oh, yes. Yes. And I believe that is happening more and more and more.
And we have to push back.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
the real question is, how do you do it?
How do you push back?
Vote
With
with
your
your dollars.
Yes. Vote with your dollars. If you don't agree with what is being watched on TV, don't watch it. They get paid if you watch it.
Yeah. Remember what happened to Netflix when Cuties came out? Boom.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got nuked, people.
It was a high percentage of decline on their subscribers. Not subscribers, streaming watchers, whatever they're called.
Subscribers.
Yeah, I guess it would be.
So
Yeah.
here's the funny thing, guys. At this time with this channel, we would normally be watching 250 to 400 people in the live stream.
I see 92.
It's because of the topic.
Right. Right. The topic is not approved by the powers that be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Well, and actually, this is a complete side topic, but did you hear that Netflix bought the rights to
Yes.
Narnia?
We talked about
we
that.
did a video.
We did.
Oh.
That's just heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is heartbreaking.
Yeah, there's a lot of the streaming services that are on the decline because of the things that are being shown and promoted versus other things. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So here's the thing, guys. I know that in our group of people, a lot of the self-reliant types, a lot of the farming types, a lot of the homesteading types, we don't generally watch those kind of sporting events anyway.
No.
And it's been years since I watched anything except the commercials.
Yeah. Yeah. We used to, okay, so I grew up watching football with my dad. And when we got married, I just was like, okay, I need to move on. I don't need to watch football. Brad likes soccer, and I started to like soccer when we'd watch it. Great. Started having kids. I'm not really going to watch football. But then when this particular event, the pickleball event would come around, we would watch the commercials. Well,
Not anymore.
and the halftime show.
And now it's just woke nonsense.
Yeah. So we would watch the halftime show because it's usually
A cool thing.
a cool thing. But
Just the spectacle of it.
yeah, not anymore. It's been probably 8-10 years since we've watched it.
I think the last one that I watched, the only one that I can remember going, wow, that was awesome.
It was Prince.
Prince.
Yeah.
And I don't even listen to Prince's music.
Yeah.
But I watched a behind the scenes on what happened. That rain that rained on Prince during Purple Rain, it was not scripted. They were going to shut it down, and Prince was like, "No, I'm doing it."
Yeah.
And furthermore, I'm going to let you in on a secret. It's all pre-recorded.
The vocals are all the music
All
and
of
the
it.
vocals. It's
No, all
they're-
of it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Even the drums, all
All of it. Yes, it's all pre-recorded.
They use what's called TV tracks, and I have some in the back. I can play them for you. It's just the track without the vocal or the track with the vocal, and it's all pre-recorded. And it's very unusual that an artist will want to do it live. And the reason why is because the stakes are so high. If you screw up, you're screwing up in front of hundreds of millions of people, hundreds of millions of people, and it will be played back again and again and again. It's just not good for your career.
Right.
So if you screw up, it hurts your pocketbook. So most artists are like, no, we'll do TV tracks.
Right. So I have a question, a serious question.
What?
Not really serious.
Okay.
When it rained, was it purple?
It was dark out, so it could be. But the other part to that, and again, I don't even listen to Prince's music.
No.
But I can respect talent. And he did it live. All of it.
Yeah.
That guitar solo, the band was live. All of it was live. He said, if I'm doing it at all, it's live.
It's got to be live, yeah. And that's the beauty
That's-
part
yes.
of, a musician actually being good at their talent.
Oh, my gosh.
There's so many that are just not.
I just had this conversation today.
Auto-tune, baby.
Auto-tune, baby.
Auto-tune.
Yeah, I had this conversation with somebody today, and I remember the day that I learned, and this is almost heresy, so I'm gonna brace for impact in advance because I love Frank Sinatra. I love those old time crooners. I'm a big Glenn Miller fan. I like the older stuff. I like
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby,
Nat King
all of
Cole.
that kind of stuff. But let's just say that there came a time when Frank Sinatra probably should have stopped making records. But hold on, technology's here to save you. In 2000, that big record that he came out with, it was all tuned, all of it, every bit of it.
That's sad.
And I found out from a buddy of mine who actually did the tuning in the studio. And what I mean by tuning is they literally record your voice into a computer and then you can draw it in perfectly. Or if you want to make it go, huh, you can draw it in. Or if you wanted to go, you can draw it right out.
That's sad.
And so when I found that out, it was like, oh, the death of ability. And it has been.
Yeah.
Because all they do now is they either hire somebody for their looks or
That's usually the
an
case.
attitude they have, and then they can fix it in the studio.
Yeah.
Prince was not like that. And even though I did not like his music generally, personally, talented dude.
Yes.
Talented guy.
Yes.
So if I was wearing a hat, Prince, hats off to you.
Well, he wouldn't see it anyway.
But wait a minute. Oh, hold on. This makes my point perfectly. His melanin count is not mine. We should not like him.
Racist.
Racist. No.
We've said this for years. I don't care what the melanin count of your skin is. It's the content of your character. That's the most important thing. If you're going to be treating others in a way that is
Different.
wrong and different,
Yeah.
then I got no time for you. Nothing. I don't care what color your melanin count is. I didn't.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
and it's so, you know what? It's funny because like some of my favorite guitar players, living guitar players, almost more of them have a different melanin count than I do.
What was that song? Video killed the radio star.
Yeah.
That was what did it. When people started seeing how unattractive these musicians were, they didn't listen to their music, even though their music was amazing.
There's a guitar player right now. I don't know anything about his life, so don't throw me under the bus if he's like just if he's a real piece of work. But there's two guys. There's a guy with a very different melanin count than me and size. This is a big boy. Kingfish.
Never heard of him.
He is great. And he is skilled. Oh, wow.
What kind of music is it?
It's a lot of blues, but dude can play whatever. And then another guy with a very different melanin count, not as big as Kingfish. His name is Eric Gales, and wow. You understand? I watched that guy playing like Bach fugues, like blazing fast fugues and toccata stuff, and then go straight into like Jimi Hendrix and straight into like rock and then straight back into like neoclassical stuff. Wow. I don't know what his life's like. Don't know what his... So don't throw me under the bus for that. But we are told you're not supposed to like them.
No.
Why?
No, we are told you're supposed to like them.
No. Well,
but you can't be friends. There is complete division. There is always, not always, there has become a huge
industry
for division in this country and in this world. And it's heartbreaking.
That's what we have to push back on. Mm-hmm. We got to push back on.
Yeah.
And the way you do that is with your money.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. Mm-hmm. And you got to make choices that maybe you don't necessarily want to make because you may be into pickleball. Pickleball might be your thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You may have to say, I'm not going to give these people any more of my advertising dollar because you are an advertising dollar to them.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gunner's got it right. Isn't there something about not judging a book by its cover?
It's just you're not reading the right books according to them.
True. You have to read all of the books that
they take
they
this
say
book
you
and go,
can
here,
read.
you read that book.
Right.
This one's not approved anymore. I think there was a lyric from a band that I listened to a long time ago in a little more rebellious years. They don't have to ban a book. They just what was it? They don't got to burn a book. They just remove it. Mm-hmm. They don't got to burn a book. They just remove it. Yeah, that's it. They don't got to burn a book. They just remove it.
Nice.
Shri, pickleball is a funny game that's like halfway tennis and halfway
badminton.
Badminton? I think
so. Yeah, it's a new game that has been developed, and it is a game that is cross between tennis and badminton.
Well, and I don't understand the whole pickle thing because
there's no pickles involved here unless that's the snack or something. I don't know, but yeah, pickleball doesn't make sense.
Dominic is correct. Reality has become breached.
Yeah.
It's true.
Backwards is not it is the new norm, but it should not be accepted.
Well, and that brings up a good point, or a point to consider, I should say. And that is this. Do we just watch it all burn and just stay back, or do we try to engage in stopping the machine from destroying everything in its path? Or like I said, so here's the way I look at it. On one side of things, you could just go, I'm just going to retreat into my own world and I'm going to cut off everything I absolutely can, and nothing gets in, nothing gets out. And then you just hang on till you can't hang on anymore. And then you wake up one day and then there's literal chaos, not just in pockets.
Okay.
Do you, and then I'll shut up. You can talk.
Okay.
No, we're working it. We got this.
I know. Okay.
Or do you do what you can do to push back in your own world and in your local community? Those are honestly the two things I can kind of only see happening.
It's really hard as a mom, and as I get older, the less I want to deal with baloney. And so, and I get a little spicy sometimes, don't I, hun?
Salty.
I get a little salty. So, when I hear, somebody saying to me or to my kids something wrong or inappropriate, I stop them. There was an instant. I don't know if I told you about this, but I was at the big blue box store the other night. The kids are at church, so I go there to kill time and to get a few things that we might need. And there was this kid. He was probably 15 or 16 years old, and he not came up to me close, but he was probably 10 feet away, and he's like, "Hey, does this hat look good on me?" I'm like, I guess. I mean, it's like, who are you? And he's like, or should I get the pink one? Pink is a boy color, right? I said, no. No, you shouldn't get the pink one.
You were just being salty.
I was. You know what? If you're going to act.
If you want to wear pink, wear pink.
If you want to wear pink, I don't care. But then the fact that he pointed out,
he was trying to push you.
He was trying to push me. And I walked away. I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to deal with your being dumb. Go away. Anyway, the older I get, the less I want to deal with dumb. So,
imagination travels. I'd really like to. I'm going to read that. People have become so desensitized to evil and satanic elements in entertainment that it has become the norm.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't watch them, and I haven't for years, but I saw little blips and blurbs online of the Grammys.
Oh,
Disgusting.
I did not watch it at all.
Disgusting.
Yeah. I saw an image, but that was it. I did not look at it at all. I didn't watch any videos or anything, but that was disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not a new thing. The desensitizing thing has been happening for years, since we were kids.
Hey, J.M. Franklin.
What?
J.M. Franklin. Long time no see. Hope you and the family are doing well.
Oh.
We hope you're doing well too.
Yeah.
Good to see you. Here's the thing that came up at church today. Actually, it was interesting. We were talking about how people seem to be more crazy, more everything just is more satanic and sinful and horrible, and it just seems like it's getting worse and worse and worse. Mm-hmm. And I had to give myself pause when I was thinking about that, because I think it's always been the same, but I think now we're able to see it more because it's everywhere, and we have access to media everywhere you go. It's in your hand, it's in your face, it's all over. Mm-hmm. That plus, I think that maybe it is ramping up a little bit now because of the internet, because now you can do any crazy, stupid thing you want without repercussions that are apparent. And I mean apparent, because there's always repercussions.
Oh yeah.
But
whether on Earth or now
else. you can't get. It's easier to get away with it. Anonymity. Mm-hmm. I mean, think about it. I had friends, and you're gonna laugh because you're gonna say, "Oh yeah, sure, Brad, it was you." We always say that. Like, I know a guy who did blah blah blah. When we were kids, I had a friend who wanted to look at, let's just say, a magazine that he wasn't supposed to look at. Well, back then, you had to drive to a store, ride on a bike to a store, go to a store, gas station somewhere. Mm-hmm. The guy that was behind that counter, you knew him and he knew you, because you go in there to get stuff every once in a while.
And he knew your parents.
And you had to ask him, can I... Here's my money, and then hope that nobody's behind you in line or something.
Right, or your mom's not sneaking around the corner.
The point is there's repercussions.
Yes. Yes, there is.
Now you can just get away with it, right?
Yeah. Golly.
Yeah. So, but I digress. Let's get back to the race peddling. Don't get
participate.
involved. Just choose not to.
No.
There's a book I read a long time ago. Would you Google? It's a famous author. It's just, I think it's Steinbeck. Bartleby, the Scrivener. And I don't, but the story of Bartleby the Scrivener is this guy who
Scrivener.
Mm-hmm. He was basically a scribe. It was like a
Herman Melville.
Ah, yes. Moby Dick.
Written in 1853.
And the basic storyline is this guy who was hired to do a job, and he was very capable of doing his job. The best guy, he was the best scribe. But whenever the boss would ask him to do anything extra, like even like, hey, do you mind putting a few logs in the fire before you go? He would say, I would prefer not to. And then he wouldn't.
Funny.
And it drove people around him mad, like crazy angry that he had drawn a line in the sand. I'm here to work. I'm doing my job.
And that's it.
I would prefer not to. Well, it kept going further and further, and people would get mad, and then it set into motion a chain of events to where he ultimately ended up in jail simply because he wouldn't do some basic things that he had said, here's my boundaries, I'm not crossing them. The employer knew before he even hired him, but that's what I'm saying. Society will take little bits more. It'll take little bits more and little bits more. And even if you're just saying, hey, I would prefer not to, well, guess what? The little bits more become bites. And then the bites become, I didn't raise my kid that way. What are they doing?
Right.
I didn't raise my kid that way.
No, that child was not raised in a home that did that, that allowed that.
Nope.
Oh boy.
I would prefer not to.
Right. So I think you need to read Kurt's.
Kurt?
Yeah.
Brad, are these groups going to destroy and what it stands for? Too late. Sorry, gone. I'm answering as we go. Do they have any idea what it would be like if they destroy it? No. The leaders of these groups making lots of money. Yes. Good. I will elaborate, Kurt.
Yeah.
At least my opinion.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
that's
totally
what this
our
all
opinion.
is.
Yeah.
It's my opinion. Mm-hmm. So, yes, there are groups that they're more concerned about themselves and making money and peddling influence and keeping themselves in power rather than what's actually good and right. You know, the interesting thing, actually being that I spent some time in the Marine Corps, it's funny how race goes away there. It's just not.
Oh, fast, yeah.
One of my best buds had a very different melanin count than me.
Mm-hmm. I grew up with a family that was a different melanin count. They were my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are groups that are 100%. They're making a lot of money and they're funneling a lot of money to a lot of politicians. Mm-hmm. There's one that I think is a big reason why the new anthem is going to be played before the national anthem tonight.
Are they playing both? I thought it was instead of.
I heard it was both.
Oh, I thought I saw instead of, but that would be so wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing that I want to know, guys. Why is anybody tolerating this?
Yeah. Why is it being allowed?
Even if you like foosball, if you like pickleball, if you're the pickleball wizard, he's a pickleball wizard. He's got stars in his eyes. Anyway, if you're that guy, can't you just give it up and watch the replay? They'll get the message.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they'll still get paid from the replay.
Depends on where you watch it.
True.
They've got to. I won't be watching it.
I won't be watching the toilet bowl.
You'll be
Nice,
I'll be
Tammy.
washing the toilet
Washing
bowl.
the toilet bowl. Yeah. Just after I've thrown up in it, after seeing, no.
Yeah.
No, we won't watch it. No.
Gunner, wait, what? New anthem, yes.
You came in late. So it is the Black National Anthem. It was a poem that was written in 1899 by James. It's a different. I opened a new.
Are they both open?
Yes.
Aha.
No,
they're not.
Yes, they are. Here.
Yeah, they're playing a new anthem.
There you go. It's a new anthem. This poem was written in 1899 by James Weldon.
Yeah, Weldon.
And it was adopted by the NAACP as the Black National Anthem. So that is going to be played today.
Before the national anthem.
Yeah. So before the national anthem, before the actual national anthem. So.
You know, Dominic, I'm not gonna judge, bro. But I will say this, then you've made your choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've said, okay, I don't care.
Yeah, sorry. Football, right and wrong should be more of a priority than a game.
But we're not
but
here
that's
to
not
judge.
That's no, you're right, and I'm sorry. I am truly sorry. That is your choice to make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's not just this game, guys. Here's the thing. Look at colleges. Look at colleges, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Colleges now are not accepting the most able applicants because they're not the right melanin count.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm. It's not just colleges.
No.
It's
what about
jobs?
business?
It's businesses. It's everywhere you go. You know,
so
I'm wondering if it's even in healthcare.
Oh no, we know it's in healthcare. Ask the Patriot nurse.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ask the Patriot nurse. You know, so here's the thing. We're going to be done here in just a minute, but we wanted to make sure that at least you guys heard that you're not alone, because I know a lot of us feel the same way. Mm-hmm. But we're going to have to get a little more proactive, or they're just going to, it's like Bartleby the Scrivener. They'll just take a little bit more. Mm-hmm. I would prefer not to. Take a little bit more. I would prefer not to. Take more. Mm-hmm. Until you push back and say no.
Yeah. 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 Ugh.
So, what are you guys doing with the rest of your afternoon? Anybody? Question. Money oriented, yeah. They don't help the poor or veterans. True. Being qualified does not beat melanin count.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
You're watching Doctor Who? Cool.
Cool.
Or is Doctor Who here?
No.
Oh, no. Doctor Who 534. I saw somebody quoting you. These game speculators are today's bread. Oh, yes. I know what you mean. Bread and circuses. Look it up. Mm-hmm. Rome. Roman history. Bread and circuses.
Yes. That's exactly it.
Yep. Painting. Now there's something good. Boiling maple syrup. Jeff, why are you not bringing us some over, bro? Why? He's got a cool hat. He's got the fedora.
We have a syrup supplier.
We got a guy.
Yeah, we got a guy.
We
know a guy.
And I think our honey connection is in the house too.
Oh yeah.
Short Pants Bee Farm.
I hadn't seen him.
I saw somebody was responding to a comment.
Oh,
so
gotcha.
He's our honey hookup.
There's a puppy bowl on today.
They do that.
Oh man, puppies are so cute.
Oh, I'm sure they'll figure a way to politicize it.
Oh, I have no doubt. I won't watch it. We don't. Honestly, we don't watch TV. We don't have TV anyway. I think our TV came with internet TV, which is we don't watch that either. We have just I think 2 streaming services, and that's it. So, and one is mainly for soccer.
Sue has got a great idea, because guess what? That place is going to be empty later today. Going to Home Depot to do some work on her greenhouse.
Good call.
Of course, don't look around for any help, because nobody's going to be there to help you.
Nobody's going to be there. They're going to be watching on their phone or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So anyway, we honestly and truthfully want you guys to have a blessed day, whichever way you pick.
Yes.
My encouragement to you, though, is consider tomorrow. What's it going to look like tomorrow if we just keep letting tomorrow go a little further and a little further and a little further? Like Bartleby, who ended up in jail because he just wouldn't say no.
He just said no.
He said I would prefer not to, and then they took.
Mm-hmm.
He never said no, stop.
Right.
So, Doctor Who 534. Who's your favorite doctor? Your doctor?
How many different doctors have there been?
No idea.
I want to say 13.
How would you know that?
I don't know. I remember there was a video that came up on my YouTube feed. And now I don't watch Doctor Who. Doctor Who is a completely different show.
Different show.
Yeah. But I think this video that had popped up was all 13 of the Doctor Who's. All the doctors were there.
I remember
and
my
I watched
buddy,
a little bit of it.
Go ahead.
Sorry, I watched a little bit of it, and it was just so weird. Doctor Who's such a weird one. We watched one season, and it was with the doctor was
he's the guy that looks
David
like
Tennant.
Yeah.
Yeah, because funny thing enough, we had a pastor at one of our churches that had the same name.
That's why.
Yeah.
And he was a good guy.
Yeah.
So just consider that you do have say, and you do have power, and your power is to shut it off.
Yeah.
Shut it off. So, Lightning Survivor 14, are you guys just on YouTube Live now or other social media groups as well? Well, we do make videos as well. As a matter of fact, we're going to make a video in a little bit on, we're going to start kind of a series on, do I really need this thing?
Yeah.
Like, because when you're new to homesteading or preparedness or survival or any of it, everybody's trying to sell you a widget, gadget, or gadget.
But do you really need it?
And 90% of them you don't need.
Right. But all of the videos get released on YouTube and on Rumble.
Yep. So. And we started putting out shorts, just like funny, entertaining things on Facebook, just because.
Just for fun.
Honestly. Yeah. No reason. I don't even look at the comments. So you could be like, I hate you and you're fat. And I wouldn't even know.
I looked at the comments.
I wouldn't even know.
I responded to a few comments the other day.
Did you?
So, yeah.
Nah, I don't.
Yeah.
So anyway, if you want to contact us, there's an email address in the video description. And by the way, if you guys like music, I do record music. Production's my background, and
I thought those were just decoration.
That's wallpaper.
It's wallpaper. No, he actually uses those.
Well, we got a custom wallpaper for the YouTube 100,000 thingy.
That's not custom wallpaper. That's true. That's real.
That's
real.
But if you want some free music that's scripture based, go to bigfamilyhomestead.com/shop. And there's a bunch of music on there that you can download for free. $0.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
There you go. Have a blessed day. Make good choices, kids.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.